Hey superstars, I'm Sue and welcome to my channel, Reviews with Sue. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and supporting our channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Sue and I hope you're considering that subscribe button. So would you like to know what today's unboxing is all about? Well, I have some products to share with you from Madam Glam. And if you want to know what's inside these boxes, then just keep on watching.
Doing reviews just like I do. Hanging out with your friend Sue. It's Sue.
And I'm back. I have some products to share with you from Madam Glam, New York. This is going to be a collaboration video with Madam Glam of New York, and all the items I'm about to share with you today were gifted to me from them. So a huge shout out to the Madam Glam team for working with me once again. If you've never heard of Madam Glam New York, it is your one-stop shop for all your gel polish needs. They have hundreds and hundreds of polishes, tools, and a huge array of different accessories. Because I am collaborating with them in this video, they did give me a discount link that I could pass on to you, and it's going to give you 30% off any of their individual polishes on their full price items. I'm going to leave that discount link down below in the description box just in case you want to check it out for yourself. And if I have any giveaways going on, I'm also going to link that down below. Now, if you do happen to use my discount link, it should automatically give you the 30% off. If for some reason it doesn't, I should have a discount code there as well. Now, when you get to the checkout, it's going to ask you, do you want to become a VIP member? What that means is you're kind of like signing up for a subscription. It's $29 per month, but the power is in your hands. You actually get to choose your $29 worth. Say you don't need anything that month. That's totally fine. It will actually carry over to the next month and you'll have twice as much money to spend. Now, some of the perks that go along with being a VIP member is they offer free shipping. Their individual full price polishes are 50% off. Plus, you do also receive exclusive discounts and offers. So all their information is going to be in the description box. If I have any giveaways going on, it's also going to link down there. So let's go ahead and I'd like to show you some of the items I picked out this time around. And I just have so much fun shopping and I love doing my nails. Now, I have done my nails already. As you can see, they are starting to grow out. And let me show you the color. So this is one I already had. This is called Vintage Pink. And this is the bottle of it right here. And then you can see from the side, it looks just like the bottle does. In fact, their bottles even have the colors right on the top. So if you're looking down at them, because I keep mine like in a drawer, when I pull it open, I can look down and I can see all my polishes right there, which I love that feature about them. So then they let me select a few items. So they did come inside this little goodie box right here. It does say Madam Glam, New York right there. And it also says everything you love at your fingertips. Now, when you do gel polishes from your own home, you know you can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year. And I'm telling you, it is not that difficult. Now, my polish has been on my nails for probably maybe 2.5, 3 weeks, but it hasn't chipped. It hasn't like sliced any. You can see that the polish is on there completely still. It's just that my nails are starting to grow out. I have very healthy nails. These are my natural nails, and they grow so fast that I have to change it more often. And you're probably wondering, why didn't you make them all nice and fancy and like completed to do this video? Well, I'm going to be telling you a little bit why I didn't do that in just a moment. So let me go ahead and get inside the box here. What's really nice is their boxes are completely cushioned. They're cushioned on the top and they're cushioned on the bottom. So your polishes are going to get to you in one piece. Now there's also a little card here. It does say that their polishes are vegan, 21 formula free, cruelty free, and palm oil free. So we do have that information. And then on the flip side of the card, it does go over step-by-step instructions on how to use gel polishes. So these are the polishes I chose this time around. So let me go ahead and stick these on the side because I did go ahead and swatch them all for you already, just so you can see the full effect on a little swatch. So our first color is actually going to be Electra. Here it is. So it is this beautiful pink color right here. This is the top of it. It's kind of like, no, I guess it's not a bubblegum pink, but it is a beautiful pink. And if you all know, I love my pinks and I love my purples. And those are the colors that I'm mostly drawn to. Now, when I swatched it, this is actually 2 coats of it right here. So this is the Electra color right there. Beautiful color. Hopefully you can see it really good there. Now, if you don't know anything about gel polishes, I'm just going to give you a quick little lesson. First of all, you want to make your nails so they're all filed and ready to go. Push your cuticles back. maybe put a base coat on, which you do have to use. So Madam Glam does sell base coats. So this is one that I had from a previous unboxing that I did. So you're going to do that, a thin layer. You're going to put it underneath a UV light. You have to cure them between every layer. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your polish. You're going to do very thin layers, and you are going to cure it underneath the light each and every time you put a layer on. So if you put one layer on, you put it under the light. If you do another layer, you put it under the light. Now, it is going to be a little bit tacky at first, but what's going to happen is when you actually put on the soak off no wipe top coat right here, it's actually going to cure it. And then once you put this underneath the light, then your nails are going to be completely dry. You're not going to be able to smudge them or anything. You can start like washing dishes right away. Usually I wait just a little while though. So this was our first color, Electra. Then for our second color we have is Healing Glam. And this is the color right here. You can see how pretty that is. Now, of course, this is going to be one of those purple colors. And then if you want to see the swatch next to it, you can see that the swatch here looks exactly like it. And again, this is going to be 2 coats. I like to put these on a ring, and then I'll just kind of like grab the ring and say I'm wanting to try to like match a shirt that I have. I know it sounds kind of silly, but, or if I'm going to a wedding and I want to make it look just right, then I can just take my little ring with me. And then what I like to do is I have a little label maker and I label them right there. So this is Healing Glam, and then this is what 2 coats is going to look like right there. Then for the next color that I picked out, now we're getting into some fancy ones here. This one is actually going to be called Holographic Cat Eye, 2 coats. So I actually have the color right here. It's really cool. It's like holographic, which I absolutely love. Then you can see this is what the top looks like. It actually kind of looks silver right there. But I did 2 coats on this swatch, and look at how beautiful that looks. Now, it looks pretty as it is, just like that, right? 2 coats. But what I did is I took it one step further, and I actually put that on the Healing Glam color. So now this is going to be the purple color. So let me see if I can bring these all up to you at the same time. So first of all, you got the purple by itself. Then over here on this side, you have that holographic color. And then the center one is the purple with that holographic on top of it. Now, don't you think that looks stunning? You can see when you shift it different ways, it kind of looks like different colors right there. Pretty fancy, isn't it? So we have that. And then for our final color, I actually chose Cosmic Sparkle. And this is the bottle. It doesn't actually look like that color right there, but let me show you the top. You can see this one has like kind of like chunks of like sparkles in it. So it's not like real fine. It's going to be a little bit thicker. And then when I did 2 coats of it just on the swatch itself, you can see how it kind of has like little chunks of glitter in there. Almost like kind of like foil, I guess you could say. And then, yes, I took it one step further. I did. And I actually did put it on the Electra, and this has 2 coats of it. And then the Cosmic Sparkle, I actually did 1 coat. So this is what this one looks like. And see if you can get it to focus a little bit there. And you can see the little like flecks in there. It's so pretty and I love it. I love like creating these cool little colors. Let me put these 3 together for you so you can kind of like see what they all look like. So here are the 3. So you can see how it starts out at just the regular pink. Then you can see there is going to be 2 coats of that speckled one there. And then the last one actually has the speckles on top of the pink. Pretty fancy stuff, right? Now, when you go to remove your polishes, you do have to use pure acetone. Now, one thing that they do offer is this gel polish remover. It looks like this. This stuff is so cool. So what you're going to do is whenever you remove your gel polishes, you want to actually file off or kind of like sand this top section off first. You want to get that top coat off, and then you're going to soak it in acetone, or you can get the lint-free wraps that you soak it in the acetone. You wrap it around your finger, you put these little clamps on it, and then you let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you can start like scraping away the actual gel polish. So what this actually does, it eats away at the polish, which is really neat. So you first have to take that first layer off. Now, the more that you can take off, the better, but you don't want to actually touch your nail itself when you're filing. You always want to use that pure acetone, or you want to use this gel polish remover right here. Well, guess what? I had requested and they granted this item right here, and I cannot wait to try this. This is the Madam Glam New York Rhea Steam Off Gel Remover. I am so flipping excited to give this a try. I've seen some other videos of other people doing this, and I'm saying it was working like really, really good. So I've never tried anything like this before. So let me go ahead and open up this box. Now what I want to do is, hopefully it works out for me, is I am going to take you down, like lower, and I'm going to bring my camera so it's like on top of like a platform, and I'm going to actually try to do this under the camera so then that way you can actually see it in action. Now I don't know how well it's going to work, and hopefully it works really good. So let me see. I'm trying to get open this box. Is it taped somewhere? Maybe it's taped. Nope, I got it. I think I got it. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of like destroying the box here. So this is what it looks like when I actually open it up. And we do have our instructions there, which I'm definitely going to be doing some reading on. And then, yes, it does give you all the instructions there, how to clean it, how to use it. And let's see what this little contraption looks like. So here is what I'm seeing here. Let's see here. Over here, we have, I'm assuming this is probably going to be the plug. Let's look. Yes. It looks like we have a plug right in here. So it comes with a plug, and let's see how long the cord will be. So let me see. Let me just do a little twisty. So the cord is going to be this long. Any idea how long this is? I want to say this is probably about 4 feet maybe. So it goes from here, it goes all the way to here. So it's quite a long cord on there. And then now I am trying to unbox this guy right here. So let me shift the box to the side. It does have like a lot of nice things on here to help protect it while it's being shipped to you. And then, oh, it's very actually lightweight. I was expecting it to have a little bit more heaviness to it. So we have, looks like this is the front of it. So you can see it does say Madam Glam New York on there. Over here, it looks like there's a little button that says steam, end, and then you've got your power button right here, and then it's gonna steam, and then you're gonna end. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work. The bottom of it here has little rubber feet, so it's not gonna scratch any of your surfaces. And then it has like this little cool little dome here at the top. So this comes off. And then this is like a silicone material here. So I'm assuming this is probably going to come off. Yes, it does come off. Then there's also this like little baby tray right here. And then I think somehow or another, is this going to, how does this work? Oh. Okay, so I think what's going to happen, I don't know. I have to read the instructions, of course, but I think you're going to put your acetone in here. You're going to take this, you are going to put it on, and it kind of like locks into space like that, and then you are able to stick all your fingers in these like little holes. I don't know if I could do it all at one time or not. I think I'd have to do like 3 fingers and then like 2 fingers. So you can see this is what it looks like here. It has like all these little like holes in there, but I honestly don't know how can I do this? I don't think my fingers are coordinated enough to get like all the way around it. Oh. Okay, so I think I got it. Actually, I was trying to stick my fingers in this way. I think what you're going to do is you can stick your fingers in this way, and then the acetone somehow is going to steam the polish off. After you take that first layer off, you still have to do that, and then you'll be able to like then just like scrape it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do a little setup. I'm going to bring my camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing, so that way I can remove this polish, because as you can see, it is pretty grown out right there, and I like it to look all nice and pretty for my videos. And this is the color again that's on there right now if you do have any interest in it, and it is called Vintage Pink. So I do want to thank Madam Glam so much for sending me over these items. I'm so excited to give these a try. Remember, watch videos, and actually, Madam Glam New York, you can actually follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and they also have their own YouTube channel where they do some demos on there too. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to slide away and I'm going to set up, and you're going to see my hands in action in just a moment. And I'm back. As you can see, looky. I already tested this baby out and it worked beautifully. It did. So I did go ahead and already remove all the gel polish from this hand here. But as you can see, this hand, it is looking pretty scary. And that's because, first of all, what I did is I went ahead and buffed off the gel polish off the top layer right here. I can tell that the bottom layer is still there. So if you do a little bit more filing on the top of it, then it won't have to soak as long. Then here, this nail you can see looks still beautiful. Well, it's actually growing out, but it used to look beautiful. So I wanted to show you exactly what you're going to need. You're going to need one of these 100 to 180 file right here. So it does have 2 different sections to it. This one's a little bit more firmer This one here is a little bit less textured there. So what you want to do is you want to first start off with filing that first layer off. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to slide over my little napkin here, and we are just going to go ahead and file this away a little bit. So this is what's really important, because you always have to remove that top layer off before you actually soak it or do anything to try to get the rest of the polish off, because this layer is the top layer, the top coat actually, which actually what seals it, which makes it last so much longer. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of like filing it away here just to get that top layer off. And when I do my right hand, actually, it's a lot harder because I'm actually right-handed. So it's easier for me to maneuver the file in my right hand. I'm sure a lot of you are the same way if you're right-handed too. So I just kind of flipped it over, and I'm just kind of like doing the other side a little bit here too. I'm just trying to get here around the edges, because it's really important to try to get that first layer completely, well, not completely off, just if you can kind of like buff as much of it away as you can. So let me finish this up here, and then I'm going to show you the new Ria Steam Off Gel Remover that I received from Madam Glam. And I am so excited about this item because it makes things so much easier. They do sell the gel polish remover, which works great too, but I have to say, you know, when it's gone, it's gone. But if you invest into something like this over here, it's going to last you so much longer, because all you have to actually purchase is the 100 proof remover, which is an acetone, pure acetone. That's exactly what you want to use. So as you can see, I've pretty much sanded quite a bit of this off. I guess I keep saying sanding, but it's really filing. And this actually little buffer right here, which is 100 to 180, this was actually from Madam Glam. They did gift me this in the past. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it on over here to the side and brush that off a little bit. Now we are going to get into the fun things. Yes, we are. So here is the gel polish remover. So this is what it looks like. It actually does have a lid. I did go ahead and take that lid off because, as you can see, you're probably getting a really big glare there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Now right here, this is like a silicone material. On the front of it here, you can see it does say Madam Glam New York. Over here is actually the on and off button. So it does say steam and end right here. So if you push the button once, whoops, that was off. So if you push the button once, you can see that all those little lights are going all the way around, right? Well, it takes about maybe 2 minutes or so for this to be ready to put your hands into. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn it off. So now it is in the off position. Underneath, it does have these little rubber feetsies here, so it won't go a slipping and a sliding, which is totally awesome. So this is silicone. This actually just screws off like that. You can see there's a little spot here. In the beginning of the video, I didn't realize that your hand actually goes on the outside, where I was actually trying to put it, or it goes on top, and I was trying to put it like this way, which was like very uncoordinated for me. So this is what the inside of it looks like right here. You don't have to do anything with that. Then it does actually come with 2 of these like little pans right here. Now it might be hard for you to see because it was actually really hard for me to see, but inside here, these are actually got the millimeters on here. So to remove the gel polish, they say they recommend to use 5 to 10 milliliters of pure acetone. 100% acetone is what you're going to need. So it did give you an extra dish, which I thought was pretty nice. So that is actually going to get set in here. What you're going to do is you're going to take 10 millimeters of pure acetone, which I did actually kind of like measure out just to make this a little bit easier and I wouldn't make a mess and spill anything all over. But once you do it a few times, I'm sure what's going to happen is you're going to actually know approximately like how much you're going to actually need in there. And then you probably won't have to measure it as much or as often. So you just put that inside there. Then you're going to take this little silicone thing right here, which I've gotten all dusty because, yes, I've already used it once now. And you're going to take it, you're going to turn it, and then it's going to lock into position. So this way, you actually can like lift it up. You can see you don't really need to lift it up, but you actually could lift it up because it's like taut in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the on button on. And let's see, is it starting up there? Okay, so on my side, I can't tilt it anymore towards you guys. Or what's going to happen is my acetone is going to go flipping out of it. So what I have to do now is I'm going to wait. It takes maybe like 2 minutes or so. And then once it starts, it's going to come right back. Now, as you just heard, the timer did go off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place all 5 of my fingers over the hole. And I'm going to actually read the instructions to you while this is actually sitting on here. It might take about 5 minutes or so, and it will actually beep when it's all done. First of all, it goes over everything that's going to be in the box. We have our Steam Off Gel Remover, power cable, 2 plastic trays, and the user manual. And yes, it did include all those items. Function, designed for professional or personal use, suitable with UV gel, LED gel, builder gel, one-step gel, and poly gel. How to use. You're going to take off the lid, which we did take off the lid. There's going to be a finger cap, which is what my fingers are in right now. You're going to turn it clockwise. You're going to add 5 to 10 milliliters of acetone, 100% acetone, which is going to be sold separately. And you are going to put it in the special designated tray, which we did go ahead and do that. Press the switch button on and wait for it to beep. The steam green light will be on. And yes, I did do that. File away the top coating using a 180 grit file, which we did do. Make sure to remove all the shine. And yes, I definitely did that. I might have even filed it a little bit there. Put all 5 fingers into the cap and the gel remove device. So that's what I did. My fingers are in there right now. The steam process is complete when the end light turns red and you hear 2 beeps. So that is what I'm waiting for right now. Once that's complete, we are going to gently buff the nails forward, getting rid of the excess that there might be left, and hydrate with cuticle oil. Turn off the machine when you are done. So that's pretty much all the steps, and these are going to be all your steps right here, step-by-step instructions. It's actually very easy. When I did it the first time, I'm like over-analyzing everything, going, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? But I did do it right because, look, it all came off. And then I actually have like somewhat of a shine on my nails right now. Yes, I need to trim them. I need to file them. And that is what I'm going to be doing after this video is complete. And then I'll be putting a new set of polish on. But I'm not going to keep you around for that one. I am just going to let you wait so you can actually see how this is going to work. Because it worked really, really good. And remember, by making a little bit of an investment into something like this, you don't have to repurchase things over and over again. And you are going to want to use pure acetone right here. This is the bottle that I used right here. So I have this acetone right here. And then I actually purchased another small bottle because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And then I also have this bottle right here. So you can see it is 100% acetone right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video right now. And then once this beeps, I will be right back. As you just heard, it did beep, and it did beep 2 times. So guess what? I get to pull my hands out of here. Now, another thing that's oh my goodness, look at how that's just flipping around there. Look at how that just came right off. So another thing that's very important is that you do not want your fingers to actually be dipped into the acetone because this is going to steam it off. But I don't want to waste up too much time right here before this starts to harden again. So I do have my little tool here. I actually have several tools, but this is the tool I usually use. And what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can angle my thumb this way, and hopefully you're seeing this. So you can see how easy this is actually just scraping off my thumb right here. I mean, check this out. Can you see it just chipping away right there? This is crazy. And I promise you, this was the first take that I took on this hand here. Now it looks like I'm having a little bit more of an angle issue right here. So hopefully you can see that I'm just kind of scraping this off. And then if there's anything that there's still like left on your hand after this process, you can always just kind of buff away with a little mini buffer to get the rest of it off there. So you can see how it's coming off. It just kind of glid and is sliding right off of there. Check that out. Look at how good that worked. Okay, let's try one of these fingers here. And I'm not putting a ton of pressure on there. I'm just kind of scraping it very gently, and hopefully it's in frame here and you're actually seeing it and I'm not just making a fool out of myself. And if you're still with me right now, leave me a little star emoji down below so I know that you stayed to this part of the video, because I think this is like the most interesting part of the video, because I'm amazed over these kind of gadgets, and I am a gadget queen if you didn't know that about me already. But you can see here how nicely that this is just scraping right off of here. And there's different tools that you can use to remove these as well. I mean, some people just use a regular little what is that, like a little cardboard, not cardboard, but a little wooden stick to remove it. I prefer these tools myself, and Madam Glam does sell a ton of different accessories, so you can always check that out as well. They have different sizes, so you can go to like different angles. I mean, it's basically what works best for you, because everybody's going to, of course, have their own preferences. So let's see if I can get some of this off the pinky here, and then I can show you how well these actually did turn out. I mean, check that out. Isn't that crazy how nice this turned out? I'm amazed with myself, I have to say. I'm just kind of scraping off that little bit that's still left on there. There's a little bit over here in this corner here. There we go. I think I just about got it. So let me just go ahead and do this. Let me brush off. I can see there's like a little there, but look, I can just take my thumb and it's actually just kind of like my other nail, and I'm just kind of scraping that last little bit off. There's a little bit here in the corner, but my little buffer will probably get that as well. You can see there's a little bit there. Let's see, most of that is off. I got a little spot here in the corner. I mean, a lot of times, you know, I get a little lazy and I just use my fingernail to sometimes remove this, you know, after I have the acetone on there, of course, because that's what's going to loosen it up, because you don't want to damage your nails at all either. Now, my nails are, you know, actual real nails, and I like to try to take care of them the best I can. So they do have other tools, like here's a tool here. You know, some people want, you know, something a little pokey. I don't know why I would use a pokey, but then this one's like more of a scoop where you can kind of get more of an angle on it this way. So they do have several different tools. This one has like a little angle. So if you kind of like wanted to scrape this direction, you could definitely do that. And then what I like to do is I start off with a little buffer like this, and I just kind of go like this, and most likely the rest of it is just going to get actually removed from it, as you can see right here. You can see I'm just kind of doing a little shining, doing a little buff in here. So this was the nail, remember, when we first started out, had complete nail polish on it. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've sanded some of this down here with my little file buffer here. And then usually your buffer comes with like a soft section right here. What I like to do when I'm done is use, whoop, not right one. I like to use that last section right there. And it kind of like cleans all the dust and the particles out of there. And then it kind of brings back a nice little shiny luster to your nail. So you can see right there how it has like kind of like a nice little shine to it. Here are the other ones here. And this is the final completed project right there. So you can see these are the ones after I kind of shined them, washed my hands, put a little hand lotion on. You always want to put a little cuticle on it when you're done as well. And that's pretty much my demo. What did you guys think? How do you think it worked? I think it worked really good. I mean, you can see here, if you just take a little buffer to this, it will actually just remove those last few pieces that are still on there. I do want to thank Madam Glam again so much for collaborating with me in this video and sending me over this amazing item. I think it's really cool. And remember, it also has a lid right here on there, which again, you're probably getting a really bright shine on it. So I'm going to move it here on the side. So I do have a link for Madam Glam. I do have that discount code. Check the description box below for that. And if I have any giveaways going on, I'm also going to link that down below in the description box. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider hitting that subscribe. A like on your way out would be great. And if you have an extra time, hop on over to Instagram. Follow me over there. It's Reviews with Sue, just like my channel name. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. So please be safe, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.